let's move on. Okay, we got to restart. Okay, um, now that I'm done with my shock and awe presentation, I would like to present the other part of when I say I'm can fix the world problems. I'm going to show you my mind map that I've always had. And so the subject matter uh, of my shock and awe, that is part of the world's problems, and we have to make that understand. Okay, the other part is at this point, everyone watching this has to understand this means nothing. All my work means nothing if the billionaires and the leaders of the world don't understand this. And we have to make them care. And the religion and spirituality is part of that. We have to make them understand they will be reborn into this world, and whatever world they create, they can end up being in the messed up parts of those worlds. Okay, so that's what we have to hook them into understanding, or else they're not going to do any change. Okay, they're never going to change. They think they can continue on the way civilization has done since we came out of the forest. Okay, and why are there problems that still exist, that have existed since we have created civilizations? Because look, the leaders and people that had all the money and power never fixed any of the lower problems. They never did. Even in our century, there have been think tanks built with supposedly the greatest minds in our world. Let's try to solve this problem. Okay, problems like hunger, problems like poverty, problems like uneducated systems, people like systems of education that are lacking. Okay, and why can't, and they've been around for a long time. There have been people, but have they figured out the how to fix anything? No. And one of the problems is why, because the billionaires and the leaders aren't in on board with any of it. But then, and then also those think tanks, I've looked at quite a few, and all they were is really a nonprofit that kind of grew, or uh, that people started that wanted to do good, but they have a very limited focus on their own situation that they're looking at. So they miss the connector points to fix the problem. So all that's why everyone's just been putting band-aids on everything. Okay, so I'm not crazy. My shock and awe video, it has a purpose, but let me just talk normally, right? Because that's what doesn't scare people. Okay, and I'm not insane. These are things that I have worked on, right? Education reform. Okay, these everything else is. This isn't like my last mind map, but this is an old one. I don't keep a mind map anymore, so these are just like things that there's a lot more to fixing education reform than just what you see here. Okay, this is nothing really. Reform, but this is a big one right here. Reform America's school curriculum. Okay, if I was in charge of that, um, our children would grow up intelligent enough to grow and evolve. Okay, and to solve problems. Okay, they keep if you study education today, one of the biggest things that they keep trying to uh, figure out is how do we teach kids to be able to solve problems? And the problem is that they don't know how to teach that. And I feel so mad at watching all the attempts that they're trying to do when it's, they don't even grasp the full problem. Okay, so they'll never figure it out. But I have. So, then I have my simplicity of life teaching. That's all part of it. Teach philosophy, right? That's a big part. This one, I don't know what I said. Online course, how to plan a career for yourself. There are actually websites like that that are helpful. I would like to create one myself to help people, but